Haven't you heard? Spread the word. Manifestation is in the belief. It ain't the thing, it's how you look at it. Now that's thought healing. Tap into you.
All right, well, we are back a second time. Thank you guys so much for understanding. And you guys, hey, just put it out there, just do it and see what happens. As you can see, I have the wonderful Jazzy, Reverend Joslyn, Integrative Healing Therapist, with me today. We're going to be doing some sister share. First of all, I want to thank you so much for sharing your energy with us. This is the Awareness Shift Energy Exchange podcast. I'm Dr. Anita, your host for the most, as they used to say. And today we're just going to do a little 30 minutes or so talking about energy, because we know energy is everything. One energy, one love. Energy is the capacity to do the work and the ability to change things. And what are we? We are energy. All right, so this is what we're going to be doing here, just having some fun, y'all, and just sharing, like I said, sister sharing. Before we do, I just want to share with you that the Awareness Shift also has the Universal Pulse, which is generated every Sunday through Facebook, where you can go to my YouTube channel. The tag is at DRANITACAPRICE. Every Sunday, I put out a weekly vibration for that week. Also, the Awareness Shift has the Beyond the Mirror Insights, and there's a really cool thing here. I shared it before, how the first video took me 18 minutes. I mean, it was an 18-minute video, but it took me 8 hours. But you know what? Hey, it's all good. So we have that every other week. We talk about this is all about self-awareness, elevating our energy, transforming our lives together, one beautiful moment at a time. And it is to increase self-awareness, enhance and deepen that inner peace, so that we can put that out there into the world. You know what I mean? Because we could have all kind of organizations and everything, but if the inner peace ain't in here, as a collective, it is not going to get out there, because that's how this thing rolls. Energy is everything. It comes from inside or from the outside. So without further ado, what I'm going to do, I want to read my beautiful sister's journey that she has with us today. Now, Reverend Joslyn's journey has been a testament to divine preparation and transformation. From a young age, she felt the guiding hand of God leading her through the shadows into the light. Despite facing immense challenges such as relationships, financial losses, and career shifts, she emerged stronger and more resolute. Each obstacle became a stepping stone toward her calling as an ordained minister and metaphysician. With a heart full of gratitude, she recognizes that her cup truly overflows as she pursues a PhD in conscious-centered living. This is with scholarships earned through her dedication to psychology. As an educator, she fondly recalls the intimate moments with her students who encouraged her to share her gift of oratory with the world. Amid profound heartbreak, the loss of her beloved son, Kwame, served as a catalyst for reflection and purpose. At just 5 months old, when Kwame passed, her now adult daughter has grown into be a brilliant and amazing young woman, illuminating their lives with love and laughter. This precious gift inspired Reverend Joslyn to communicate her story and impart valuable lessons learned along the way. God's provision had also led her to establish the Intuitive Well-Being Institute, where she collaborates with Sawubona, hope I said that right, a growth and wellness company to offer innovative services like metaphysical massages. We want to talk about that. The first of their kind professionally on the island, healthy cooking classes, and aromatherapy sessions. Recently, she has been appointed as the global director of the Tap Into You Peace Partner Movement. Thank you so much, Reverend Joslyn, further expanding her impact on our world. A certified health coach, Reverend Joslyn has authored the Healthy Lifestyle Journal. She's going to share where we can get a copy of that. a personal wellness program, and co-authored 5 international books while contributing numerous articles to global publications. Today, as an award-winning speaker, she inspires audiences at workshops and retreats that focus on healing, nutrition education, spiritual enrichment, self-empowerment, and self-care. Through her past local radio program, Let's Talk Health Grenada, and numerous appearances on various international podcasts, she has actively contributed to the community's nutritional and personal leadership awareness. With over 30 years of experience, Reverend Joslyn helps individuals celebrate new beginnings and embrace limitless possibilities, embodying abundance, peace, and joy. With warmth and an open heart, she guides others on their journeys of transformation, empowering them to discover their own path to fulfillment, peace, and joy. All right, so welcome so much, Reverend Joslyn. Thank you so much for allowing me to share this part of your journey with others. And what I'd like to start off just asking you, sis, you know, you talk about, the facing the immense challenges and when I was mentioning that everything is energy, share with us this how if it did how energy awareness helped you face these immense challenges as you went through them.
Thank you, Dr. Anita. It's a pleasure to be here, and I am honored to get the opportunity to share. Energy awareness is everything, and it's being aware of the energies that truly helps you to deal with a lot of the unpleasant challenges that we may have to go through. And in the earlys, of course, I wasn't very conscious of that. And so there were times where the unpleasantness took total control rather than I taking control of the unpleasantness and using it for my good and for others' good. So some of the things that I had to push through and allow the energies, allow my knowledge of, I say, spirit to help me with is one of the challenges I want to talk about in recent times is it's just simply returning to my homeland here in Grenada. Okay. And it was different, of course, when you leave after being away for over 10 years and plus. Settling back in, it's quite a challenge. But being aware of those energies and being aware that you can tap into it make a huge difference. So I came in with a suitcase and a shallow wallet, and I have seen how the energies have just allowed me to move from one to the next in terms of facing being in abundance and helping with the financial challenges that I felt I had. Yeah.
Okay. So you just mentioned the financial challenges, because I was going to ask you about that too. But you mentioned being aware of energy. How did you become, before we go into the financial challenges, how did you become aware of the oneness or the importance of knowing and understanding energy?
That came from some of my rock bottom moments. I always was aware of souls, always aware that, I can tap in. But as I mentioned earlier, in terms of control, sometimes what I saw blur my vision as to how I should operate. And it was one of those moments when I felt very down, when I felt that there was absolutely nothing that I could do, I felt at that time. But I remember my daughter saying, Mom, there's always something we can do, you can do. And it's in that dark state that I reached out. I remember I was searching, surfing the internet, and wondering what next for me in terms of my career, because I moved away from one career path in terms of teaching within the classroom and started my own business. And while it was exciting, while lots of beautiful things were going on, those challenges were there in terms of paying the bills and all those other things. And so just to make the story short, I got into metaphysics is what did it for me. So I was reading and searching, and I came upon the University of Metaphysics, and I remember pending a beautiful email asking if I could be part of the community. I shared my situation at the time. And I always remember the person who replied was, I felt that energy. One time I remember they said to me, if Spirit says so, then who am I to deprive you of an education in terms of learning about metaphysics? And so that was a start for me on my journey of truly becoming aware of how much the energies around us, we can use it to really, I say to be in control, I say to own your power and not operate as a victim in our world, and not feel that we are deprived of anything, yes? So that's how I came into it.
Okay, so let me ask you, because you mentioned you reached out to IMM, right?
Yes.
And that's International Metaphysical Ministries people, brother. Yeah. So when you reached out to them and you were given that education, and you mentioned the energies, when you mentioned the energy tapping into it, was it something that, like, it was an awareness that you were one energy with the energies of it all, or can you get a little bit more detailed into how did you really understand that, okay, there is a connection with this energy here? This person, I reached out here. They said, how can we deny you? I mean, do you let me see, do you connect those two together, saying, wow, universal energy, or wow, the oneness of energy?
At the time, that consciousness was not there. Yes, wow, I said, wow, but in terms of the knowing, it was not there. In terms of the feeling, it was there. So yes, I felt it. I felt the oneness, but I couldn't communicate that at the time. But I absolutely felt that oneness.
Okay, and when you felt that, when you say you felt that oneness, was it the instinct of our essence? Was it the intuitiveness of our essence, or was it a combination? It's almost like, because you're saying I needed this education, and that's our instinct, survival, our animal part of us, that survival. And then there's that intuitive where you said, okay, I needed this information, I need this learning. And then intuitive, I'm just going to reach out, because it's not about the money, it's not about any of that physical, but I'm just following an intuitive sense in me, my soul, to lead me. If I'm making sense.
Yes, I think it was a lot on the intuitive, because it was more of knowing that I got to do this, My
Uh-oh.
soul,
Reverend
soul,
Johnson, hold on for just a second. Let me see, kind of speak up a little because we're going in and out, I think. I don't know if it's me.
okay. It was more of a soul satisfaction. So yes, it was intuitive, a lot intuitive.
Okay. And I know you're the I call you the moon lady. All right, so and with your interest and passion with the moon, share with us how you merge, energy with the moon, and why is it important that we understand that part of the energy of who we are, connecting with the moon and things like that. Share with us that.
Well, I again that connection with the lunar cycle and the moon, and so I over time I realized that I had this deep connection with the moon. It started in my dating years. It started with my boyfriend at the time, and then it grew because we both loved the moon. We both would enjoy the moonlight together. And then of course I got married. I had my son, and again the moon and I had that connection. So I would always be out in the moonlight with my son. I always sing this little song. Um, I see the moon and the moon sees me. God bless the moon and God bless me. And so I'd be singing that. And I noticed also, again, as I continued on, a lot of the insights when I did movements, when I moved from one place to the next, and so on, the moon was always full in the sky.
Oh.
And it just dawned like, every time you make a major move in your life, the moon is always there. And so I'm with it, and I'm studying this, and in that moment again, when I connected on a very conscious level with metaphysics, and it's even in I am, and my consciousness really, I made the energies really begin to flow in, and that total alignment in terms of knowing, we are all connected, and the lunar cycle is there to guide you. And
Yeah.
so I learned so much things, that I learned, that the new moon is there to help you with new beginnings, and we in energy of the new moon now. And that's where you can, really tap into the energies and set those intentions for your life and so on. And of course, with the full moon, as I said, for me, it was celebrating, knowing that I'm in the fullness of whatever that thing is at the time. And yeah, there's so
That's
much.
really cool. No, that's really cool because I was going to ask you. You mentioned the lunar cycle, so I was going to ask you about the lunar cycles. And let me ask you, Reverend Johnson, when you made those major moves, was the moon full or was it a new moon? Was it a full moon or a new moon?
When I made the moon, it was a full moon. So it was I was leaving behind things. Yeah, I was leaving behind. Yeah, releasing.
Okay. Yeah, and I just attended an excellent workshop with Deborah Crowley and Donika. I know her last name. Oh my gosh, the beautiful sister Donika. And she was sharing how every 7 years, if we have major moves or major things that come into our lives, it is every 7 years. Danica, what? Okay, whatever. The Deborah and so beautiful sisters, Deborah and Danica. And while she was sharing that, I was writing down the every 7 years of my life, and doggone it, I noticed that like when I was 42, 7 years, that's when I left Michigan Department of Corrections after 19 years. 21 is when I gave birth to my twins. and there was something else. I said, "Oh my God!" So I'm asking you, did you ever like see if it was like a 7-year cycle phase when these things were happening?
I no, I didn't. I didn't. Um, all I noticed at the time was that full moon was in the sky when I was leaving something. I'm not sure. I didn't count the years. Honestly, did not.
Okay, yeah. Now I want to get back to the finances because we all, that's our subsistence strategy. We
I
got to,
love to talk
make that
about
money.
it.
You got to spend that money to make that money. You got to make that money to be able to purchase stuff. Just necessities and also luxuries. So, you indicated that how in facing your challenges, one was of your financial loss. When in dealing with energy or being mind aware about our circumstances and the oneness of energy has has bringing that together, has it come to a state with you where you realize, okay, financial loss or financial gain, poverty and prosperity is met with certain types of energy, like high vibration, low vibration, mind awareness, thought awareness.
Yes, actually, I learned that everything had to do well, for me, when it came to energy and money, it had to do with my thoughts, awareness, and the energies that I allowed around me.
And
Um,
what
and
type of energies did you discover that when you allowed this energy around you? Because we all know it's one energy, but there's polarity to
yeah,
energy. There are opposites. So did you realize, like, okay, seem like when I allow this energy, or when I bring this vibratory energy towards me, I realize that my finances are a little low. Versus, okay, when I'm floating on this level, it seems like my finances, seems like opportunity seems to come. Was there anything, something like that?
definitely, in terms of a lot of it, when what it brought around me was that energies of scarcity, and feeling that energy that says, you're not good enough. A lot of it for me also stems from not being worthy, not being good enough, and not understanding what money actually is. Not understanding that money itself at the time, and money is always just energy, and not necessarily those things that we build attachments to. And so I've had a lot of attachment to the material things, and I had to, and that's something that I'm constantly working on, with realizing that one, I heard somebody said this, and I took it from, I can't remember the person at the time, but I was saying, I am my money. And I really had to, I took that and realized that I'm one energy with money. And so I am abundant. Um, and I have control over whatever happened to me in my space or wherever I am. And there's so much to say on this, Dr. Anita.
Right.
I don't know which
I
angle
know.
to take when it comes to the money story, because one of the things, as I said, it was I'm recognizing more and more is the energies I allow around me. So I was always struggling to prove, struggling to say, well, look at me, here I am. I'm feeling abundant, but you're not seeing.
Right.
So so I'm not sure.
So wait, okay, so wait, hold on. You said look at me, I'm feeling abundant. Look at me, I'm feeling abundant. Was that during an actual prosperity phase? Or was it one of those, well, let me convince myself phase?
Well, it was one of those phases where I felt that when I look at what I have, I felt that I didn't have enough, but I also felt that I was not feeling that deprivation. So there was one thing that I was looking at and I wanted and felt that I couldn't have it. You know, I felt when I look at my bank account, I did not see that physical money in it that I wanted to see. However, I felt that I did not feel deprived. I felt that I could have still do what I needed to do. But the energies around me, the people that are around me, they were seeing the bank account. Yeah. Well, I'm using it figuratively now, but so I wanted them to see. Sorry, I wanted them to see. You know, well, I'm not feeling bad. It's okay. You know.
So, but let me ask you this though. You said the people around you, because I'm thinking, I'm talking this energy here. Okay, so you said the people around you saw your bank account. What you mean they saw that you did not have a bank account?
Well, they saw that I did not. Well, they were thinking that I didn't have anything in my bank account.
How would? Okay, and were these like your family or friends?
Family and friends.
Family and friends. Okay. So
more my family though.
More family. Okay. All right. So let me ask you, when you were experiencing financial challenges, and we all do, at some point in time, is there like a certain fear element to it? Do you find yourself when, it's almost, let me say, it's one of those when I'm experiencing, and well, this one is a feeling, when I'm feeling gratitude, when I am grateful, then that fear of money lessens, and we tend to gravitate or tend to bring things more of a positive nature to us, versus the polarity, not the duality, because it's not separate, it's a polarity, versus the polarity of even when I might be saying, look at me, I'm abundant, am I experiencing a little bit of fear because I am saying, look at me, I'm abundant, but I know that bank account back there is saying $2.
Yes, of course, there is a bit of fear for me. So what I'm doing, or what I was doing then, is really affirming to myself that I have. And I'm not going to let the focus be on what I'm not seeing in that bank account. Right. Yeah, okay. So it was more of an affirmation. Look at me, I am abundant. But yes, there is still that little bit of fear which says, but look at your bank account.
Okay. Yes, okay. So I'm looking at, we're wrapping up. So I want you to share something with people. Okay, as far as the financial laws, the finances and energy, what can you share with people? Say how we can up the game on our finances, utilizing and navigating the energy that that God created the universe and the universe gives us. How can we navigate this energy to increasing our financial prosperity?
Well, first of all, one of the things I want to say is that, right, for me, I had to first of all deal with the unpleasantness and know that it's okay to feel the unpleasantness of whatever it is. And then in terms of that, utilizing the energy in terms of money, I simply had to realize that I'm always abundant. There's never any scarcity. There's always something happening at the time where you will have what you need.
So how do we see that? Oh, hold on, Reverend Joslyn. Yeah, just what? So how do we see that? I want you to share, because you mentioned neutralize. I want you to please explain that for us, because I know there are 3 people watching right now, and I'd like, want them to see, okay, here's a constant, here's something, a takeaway that I can kind of implement to up the, to up the game on my financial prosperity. So what, what, like you said, you neutralize, and you said there's always abundance around you. How do you get to that point to keep that in the forefront of your mind awareness?
You got to gratitude, looking for sincerely, seriously, knowing, start looking for looking at what you have, what you already have, because it is in acting upon what we have, we will get more. It's with everything. It's with money and everything. So for the finances, for me, I had to start looking at what I had. And what I had was enough, a whole lot. It's not just cliche knowing that it's enough. But what I had was an avalanche of great and good things. And things that could and will and has been generating finances for me. And sometimes it's really not the money in the bank, but you can cash in on those things that you're giving gratitude for.
Right.
You can cash in on them.
Right. So in other words, are you saying, just to see if I have it right, we can up the game on our financial prosperity by not concentrating so much on money? If we look at other things and be grateful for them.
Yes. But when somebody is going, I'm glad that you put it that way, Dr. Nita. Not let the focus be on the money that you're not seeing, and let the focus be on all the other beautiful things that are happening. But one might ask, and it's easy, how can I not focus on the bills that I have to get paid? Because people ask those things all the time. And so one of the things I would say to someone who is in that scenario, again, I'm directing the energy towards us. I must put in a plug in terms of energy, pulling in your self-care practice there. So breathing, simple stuff, and being conscious of the moment that you are in. And right now, right here, you're fine.
Right.
And then begin to focus on the beautiful things that you already have.
And that includes our talent, skill, eyesight, sense, heart.
Because for me, Dr. Anita, when I was going through those things and rock bottom, I remember saying, I have speaking skills, I have writing skills, and these are the things that was my money at the time. These are the things that I was able to get money from. I remember I went to Starbucks, and out of nowhere, and I'm being very serious, a lady who never knew me came up to me and said, I want you to speak at my church.
See, I'm telling that energy.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
And I was able to get money from that.
That energy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me ask you, Reverend Joslyn, because I want you to share your book where we can get your book. How would you define energy? Just a brief description. Give us a brief description on how you define energy.
Energy for me is that force. It's God. It's the God in me. It's the God in you. It's the God around us. It's love. For me, that's what it is. Love, the energy that prevails. Yes?
Love.
So that's how I describe it.
And remember that, what was that saying, an old saying? Love conquers all. And if God is love, what is that saying? God conquers all. Love conquers all. That's so beautiful. I woke up this morning with it just came to me, I put it in my quote thing so I wouldn't forget, but I woke up this morning with, give it your all, and more all will come. And I said, oh, wow. You know, it's that energy thing. Give it your all, and not all the time. But we have 4 people. Bless your hearts. I wish you guys would make comments. Thank you so much. I see you, and thank you for the love. You know, it says, you know, because sometimes we give it our all, and it may not be, you know, the best that we could do, but it's 100% at that time. And that's what it made me think of. And then that energy, it's like, okay, the energy that I give my all, anytime I give my all, more all will come, which will increase that giving it my all. So I don't know if that made sense, if it applied or anything. It just came to my mind, you know, kind of stuff like that. But anyway, Reverend Joslyn, I want you to share, where can people get the Healthy Lifestyle Journal?
The Healthy Lifestyle Journal can be found on Amazon. So,
okay, Amazon, and I'm gonna leave a chat. Put it in. Oh, Grand Rising. Okay, Grand Rising, big brother on the line. I guess I can't make a comment, huh? This is all new, you guys. This our well, this is really kind of the second one, but the first one was me on myself saying, hey, you know what, I'm on here just doing this thing. I want to put this. Oh, you know what? Banner. Okay. Let me create a banner. All right, now where can people find your book?
Yes, it will be found on Amazon.
Okay, The Healthy Lifestyle. And I know I probably, you know, y'all probably should have had this done already. I get it. We're with this new podcast, The Healthy Journal, on Amazon.com. Right? Okay, so I'm going to put this here. I'm going to add this banner. There we go. So this is where, did I do it right? The Healthy Lifestyle Journal. Okay, and Reverend Joslyn, share with people where they can, you know, get in contact with you, because you're an integrative healing therapist, and briefly describe what does that mean as well. Give me a couple of minutes to sharing what that means.
Well, let me just call it your personal advocate for living an energized and passionate life. So but it entails a number of things. So as an integrative healing therapist, some of the things I help one to work on is to improve their eating habits, to lose weight, of course, if it's that what you're looking for, to heal from trauma, to take care of your gut health, to overcome emotional issues, to make self-care a priority in your life, and to feel confident in choosing and preparing better meals and looking on for your loved ones, and to experience an increase in your overall happiness and in your life. So that's part of it. And of course, within the program, there's a program that I have. And within that program, we do things as metaphysical massages. And the metaphysical massages is massages that get to the root cause of your issue. And we, of course, a lot of it has to do with energy. Okay. And so beyond just the touching and manipulating the muscles, we go to the energy, we do the energetic body. So that's what, that are some things in regards to the metaphysical massage. It's a holistic approach.
Okay.
And that's subtle, it deals with subtle energy. So we emphasize the flow of that energy and how it can influence your health. Yeah.
Okay. And Reverend Joslyn, let's see, you work out of a clinic, Sawabona, right?
Yes.
For those in the Grenada area, why don't you share how people can come and visit you?
Well, Sawabona is we're very close to the airport at Cali. Some people say Port Saline. We're close to another great landmark is Fox Inn. So we're just one step away from Fox Inn. And there's a Muslim mosque close to us also. So that's
Okay, let me ask you, Reverend Joslyn. You mentioned, the metaphysical massage. It deals with energy, and I mentioned Sawabona, where you work out of the metaphysical massage because it deals with energy. Is this inclusive? Is this solely in person, or because you're dealing with energy, sometimes energy method or technique? Can you do this virtually?
We can do it virtually also.
Okay. All right. So share with
Definitely.
people how they can get in touch with you if they want to get a virtual or a one-on-one physical metaphysical massage.
Thank you. Wonderful. So you can get in touch with me at ReverendJoslyn.com on my website. You can get in touch with me on Facebook within Messenger, the Reverend Joslyn Farray Pierre. That's on Facebook.
Spell that, Reverend Joslyn. You need to spell that so people know how to. Yeah.
Yeah, well, ReverendJoslyn.com. I think it's scrolling on. It is scrolling on.
No, not the whole thing. So I'm going to put it here, Reverend Joslyn.
Yes. ReverendJoslyn.com.
Okay, so it's Reverend Joslyn Pierre on Facebook.
Yes.
Right? Okay. So they'll know how to spell it. You guys see? Yes. Okay, so Reverend Joslyn Pierre. Okay, so you guys want to write that down. And what's the other one?
It's for email, it's grandedenwellness@gmail.com.
Yeah. Okay, that's scrolling down. And then we have www.RevJoslyn.com for the website. Okay, well, thank you, Reverend Joslyn. You my sister, my so beautiful sister. And I just thank you so much, so very much for, being willing to share your energy with me and with us on the Awareness Shift Energy Exchange podcast. And before we go, do you have anything that you'd like to share with our 5 audience? We have 5 people looking, y'all. That's
so a lot.
Do you have anything you'd like to share with them, or last words or anything?
I want to share with the words that came to me as self-care. I know it's a buzzword now and everyone is into it. But I truly want to say, as Dr. Anita would say, you got to learn to tap into you. And when we do that, and even on a scientific level, we're talking about our nervous system. And you heard I talk a lot about scarcity. And when the focus is on scarcity, that means your nervous system is always in fear, flight, or some other unpleasant scenario. So learning to breathe, having a routine, a lovely morning routine, really helps. Meditation. So this is what I want to encourage folks to do. Ensure that you have a solid self-care routine, starting with a morning routine. Yes?
Okay. That sounds good. Well, thank you so much. That works with me. And I want to say congratulations, Reverend Joslyn, again, for being the director to our Tap Into You Peace movement. Bless your heart. I want to say congratulations to you for serving as G100 Young People's Outreach for Peace, for the wing, Dr. Harbina Rowe-Rice, founder, visionary, and president. And I want to invite all of you who are looking and listening again, thank you for sharing your energy with us. And if you'd like to be part of the Tap Into You movement, you can contact me at tapintoyou@gmail.com. That's TAP, the letter M, the number 2, YOU@gmail.com. Or you can inbox me Facebook. Facebook is Anita Caprice, MSCD. Okay, Anita Caprice, MSCD. We'd love, embrace, and welcome you into the fold of the families of the Tap Into You Peace Partner and the G100 Young People's Outreach for Peace Wing for G100. We're so happy that you came, that you're here with us, and we know that the journey in self-recovery is absolutely beautiful. And I hope you know, so beautiful, both he and she, so are you. So, all we got to do is as you tap into you, I tap into me, we tap into we, because we know it is one love, one energy all day long. That's what people's like. It's like God created the universe, and the universe is like a genie. Say, hey, look, your wish is my command, but your wish is your thoughts. So whatever thoughts you send out into the universe is going to be replicated back in kind. All right, so let's constantly, like Reverend Johnson say, self-care. That's going to be mind aware and thought aware and all that stuff. And I hope you come. And then we got number six people. I hope you share with your energy with us again every month. We're going to be doing this. May do it every 2-week thing. This is new for me, so but you're going to be going with the flow. But anyway, thank you. God bless you. May God continue to flourish you, everything you do, and all around you with peace and love and blessings continuous. All right, blessings, peace, and love.